This episode is brought to you by YoStream. YoStream is a browser based live streaming and podcast recording software that supports multi streaming, remote guests, low latency streaming, audience interaction, and custom branding. So go to yostream.io, sign up, and get 15% off with the code EVIL15.
This is the Evil Never Dies podcast. This podcast contains adult language and content.
Welcome back to the Evil Never Dies podcast. I'm Brett. What's going on, Carl?
Your name is Valak, it says.
Yes, that's my demon name.
You have a demon name now.
Yeah, I got on AI and I said, make a demon about me, and it made a demon.
So you're Valak, and I'm Carl, I guess. Or Count Karabi, or the Blue Demon. You know, we do have the Blue Demon original mask with us now. I need to move it to where you can see it more, but it's so old, I really don't want to show it off a whole lot.
Is the jaw ripped on that sucker?
No, that was the way it goes onto your skin.
Oh, okay.
You could move the jaw, so I would always paint I didn't have hair on my face then, but I'd paint my face blue, and then, yeah, it was perfect. Actually, I could still wear that mask. It's in pristine fucking shape. It's just, as you can see, it's just old looking, but it's made out of rubber. It's never going to go bad.
I sort of like it better than the other one.
It's the original.
Yeah.
So, I think I cut my cheek, if you see anything bleeding over here.
Cut your cheek?
Yeah, I feel like something's right there. I don't know. No, sure. Maybe Vorak or whatever your demon name is got me. Is it Vorak?
Valak.
Orlok. Orlok is the
Vaelok.
Dude,
Enunciate.
I don't know what your name is, but be no savvy. It's been a hell of a week, so yeah. I'm wearing a Carl's Playhouse shirt. Carl Cleaver from the Dark Hour.
Oh, yeah.
I think that character's been permanently retired, I think.
Speaking of the haunt, we're going to work on it tomorrow.
Maybe.
Well, I'm gonna. I know.
I'll be out there.
Gonna get up early before it gets 100 and fuck outside.
Well, I had to leave work early Thursday because I had to work late 2 nights and they refused to pay me overtime, so I had to flex off. So I was out walking at 1 o'clock in the afternoon in the heat, and I loved it. I like the heat. I'm enjoying this August weather. So once you get to going, I may stay out there and move to the museum room and work. I don't know. I have no kids, no grandkids, that is, this weekend. So all I got to do is go to the grocery store, and that's it. So, and yeah, I've still got your chainsaw right here.
I need to bring that down, and so I'm going to get that tomorrow and see if how it fits on him. Because he looks fucking dumb sitting there with just his arms sticking out.
I don't think it's going to, I can tell right from this angle it's not going to fit. It's too small. It would look dumber. It looked like he's just got like a whatever kind of a knife. Oops, sorry, I'm hitting the microphone.
Oh,
shit. So this week is sort of a mishmash of a movie. Brett mentioned during the live, which shout out to Greg. That was a pretty good live. We didn't have a whole lot of people come live because I think we need to do that on Saturdays next time, but we had a good show. You mentioned you want to do a Argento movie because we hadn't done one in a while, and we've done a lot of Argento. So I was looking on my Apple TV library, and there were 2. I forget what the other one was, and this one called Deepred. I've never seen the movie before, so I mentioned it to Brett, He said, yeah, we can do it. And then I started to back out. I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe we should not do it. But we did it.
Yeah.
Argento, dark red. It's an older Argento film from, I think, 1975. Am I right about that?
Correct.
I got my iPad. I haven't got notes tonight. So, yeah, I've never seen this movie. And Brett said he's never seen this movie.
I have not. I have not seen this movie.
So this is the first. I don't know
I think the first are the. I don't think I've seen any before up until
Suspiria.
now. Suspiria, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was sort of thinking this was going to be very Suspiria-like, but it's sort of not. I swear I think my cheek is cut. One right there. Or is that my hair? No, that's blood.
Yeah, what'd you do? You
I
sliced
don't know.
yourself.
I
Jesus
think
Christ.
Vorak over there did something to me.
Balak got you?
Yeah.
All right, Deep Red. And in Italian, that is Profondo Rosso. And it was also released, I guess, over in Europe in a few places as the Hatchet Murders, when there wasn't even a hatchet in the movie.
I was going to say, I don't remember seeing a hatchet, but could be wrong.
A meat cleaver.
Yeah.
All right, directed by Dario Argento, written by Argento and Bernardino Zapponi, produced by Salvatore Argento, cinematography by Luigi Cavaler, and the cinematography, I don't know what you think about this movie yet, really, but the cinematography was great. I think this is the same guy who did Suspiria, and with all the different red colors and just the way he did the shadowing was great too.
Well, it looked really good. Now again, I had it on Apple TV, and this is the Arrow's what do you call it? I can't even talk to that. It's from Arrow. What am I talking about? The footage, the film. So it looked really good on. I think it's on a 4K or almost a 4K up. It might be a 2K upscale on Apple TV. So it did look really good.
Gotcha. I watched it on Shudder. It's on there.
I'm sure Shudder's got the Arrow copy as well.
Yeah.
Because they restored this film a few years. It's been more than a few. It's been a while back.
I think they're associated with Shudder now too. They're in because the Addams Family movies are. They put them out on Blu-ray. They're on
Shudder.
Yeah, they're on Shudder, and when they release the Blu-rays, they're on that too. So, yeah. Edited by Franco Fraticelli. Music by Giorgio Gaslini and the Goblins. They weren't called Goblin yet.
Okay.
They were the Goblins.
So. Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed was their music on here.
And we were talking earlier, you said it was a little overwhelming, which I can agree.
It was very overwhelming. It was a really good soundtrack, but they overused it.
Yeah.
A lot of almost felt like kind of Halloween-y sounding to me.
Yeah.
In parts. But yeah, they way overused the music on this thing to the point where it became annoying. And I hate to say that because I like Goblin. Or the Goblins, if that's what they were called then.
All right, production companies, Rizzoli Film and Seda Spedicoli, distributed by Cineriz, released on March 7th, 1979 in Italy, and I have no idea if this was released in the U.S. or...
I doubt it. I'm surprised there's even a U.S. dub of it. I guess I don't know when that happened.
Has a running time of 126 minutes, which is pretty long.
It was long. It was long for sure.
Yeah, they could have probably cut about 45 minutes out of it. It might have been better. Country of origin, Italy. English language with English overdubs, like you said.
The overdubs were good. I didn't even notice them.
No. Box office in Italy, 3,709 billion lira. It must have been released in the United States because it made 629,903 in the U.S.
That's pretty fucking impressive.
Exactly. All right, let's go over the cast here. First off, we got David Hennings as Marcus Daly. He's like a
Piano player.
piano player. Yeah.
That's what he was. Very unlikely. Whatever the word is, protagonist. I guess. I don't know.
Protagonist. Yeah.
I am very sleepy right now, so I'm really struggling for the word. So please forgive me, everyone.
Next off, we got Daria Nicolodi as Gianna Brezzi, and she's been in a bunch of his films. Gabriele Lavia as Carlo Magnaniello. Manganiello. Man, that's a tongue twister.
You need to study Italian.
And he also plays. The young Carlo is played by Jacopo Mariani. Maka Merrill as Helga Ullman. She plays like the German. What is she? Like a fortune teller or not?
He is a fortune teller. Yes.
Sort of like that, but not like the kind of fortune teller you'd think of,
No, a psychic medium, maybe.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. Eros Pagni as Police Superintendent Calcabrini. Juliana Calandra as Amanda Righetti. Clara Calmea as Martha Magnarello. Piero Mazzini as Bardi. Glauco Mari as Professor Giordani. Liana Del Balzo as Elvira. Geraldine Hooper as Massimo Ricci. Nicoletta Elmi as Olga. Furio Meniconi as Rodi. And Fulvio Mingazzi as Agent Mingazzi. And that is the cast for Deep Red. All right, Carl.
All right. So
the plot.
Okay, so a psychic medium is brutally murdered. I think it's sort of during one of her seances. She's trying to do a scene on some guy and notices his keys and stuff. I don't know. I thought it was all a setup, but nevertheless,
theater. That theater was cool too. It had all kind of the red color, the Argento red.
Yeah. So the piano player, who's the protagonist of the movie, Marcus Daly is his name, said that David Hemmings played him. Did a good job. He decides he wants to solve the case since he's the one who discovered the body. So yeah, we got a piano player playing a detective. Don't that make a lot of sense?
He was sort of doing better than the cops investigating.
That's true. He's a genius detective piano player. So he's working with a reporter who's hoping to get the scoop so she can become, big time reporter and by solving this case. Well, our piano player's best friend gets murdered by the killer. The pair decide they're going to have to work fast to solve the identity of this murderer because they could be next. So the whole movie is them chasing after the unknown killer. And that's really it. there is a lot of good kills in this movie. Definitely, a lot of blood and a lot of interesting kills, I should say too.
Yeah.
My screen is moving around and making me dizzy. Stop moving.
Why is it moving?
I don't know, but it's making me dizzy.
Damn, you got a fucking cut on your face. You're dizzy. What the fuck, man?
I'm not much. This Argento movie.
Is it gonna be like the Bunny Man?
I hope not. I don't think so. Argento's too cool to do anything with the Bunny Man. And that's really the plot. It's really hard to describe this movie because it's actually a very hard movie to follow.
Yes, it is. It's long and drawn out.
It is.
Very long and drawn out.
We have no physical media to review. This is out on Arrow, so if you're a fan of it, it's still in print. I think you looked it up and said, how much was it?
I think it was like $19.99.
So still in physical media, but I do not own this. Like Brett said, I've never seen an Argento movie. Suspiria Up is all I've ever seen. And a lot of people don't like some of his later work, but I do.
So do I.
This is, I don't think this movie's obscure at all, but to me it was. I never really paid any attention to it. So, and Brett's never seen it. So this is one of the only times I can remember that neither one of us have seen a movie that's widely known. Like Bunny Man or some stupid shit. But this is an Argento movie, and I'm really shocked you've never seen it.
If I did, it was a long time ago, and I don't remember seeing it. But with some of the
it
kills,
felt like an Argento movie.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can definitely tell it's an Argento movie.
Oh yeah, definitely. The way the whole thing looked Argento.
Yeah. So yeah, we have no Blu-ray to review or anything like that. I was gonna buy it, but I was like, $20.
Better wait and see.
Yeah. I might buy it down the road. Who knows? But so I guess we'll go right into trivia here.
I don't think there's a lot of trivia for this movie.
There's not much. Just some cool points and stuff on the production and stuff.
I have a few points too. I'll see if you cover before I get into them.
The close-up shots of the killer's hands clad in black leather gloves feature director Dario Argento himself. The filmmaker frequently served as the hand double for the unidentified killers across his thriller films, including The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. Have you seen that?
No, never heard of it.
I think that's like his first or second movie. Bird with the Crystal Plumage from 1970 and Tenebrae 1982, which we have reviewed on the podcast. He adopted the practical technique to directly command the exact movements, pacing, and framing of the weapon strikes during the elaborate murder sequences. They were pretty elaborate.
Yeah. Now, full disclosure, I was actually going to pick The Cat of Nine Tails is the movie for the week before I mentioned the Blood Red, Dark, what's it called? Blood Red?
No, Deep Red.
Deep Red. But the Cat of Nine Tails was going to be my original pick. So, just saying that.
All right. Co-writer Bernardino Zapponi said the inspiration behind the murder scenes came from him and Dario Argento thinking of painful injuries relatable to most people. Not everyone knows the pain of being shot by a gun, but everyone has at some point excuse me, stubbed their toe on furniture or been scalded by hot water. The collaboration between the two writers began after the director sought a fresh perspective on the Giallo formula following the commercial underperformance of La Cinque Giamate from 1973. Pair drafted the screenplay over several months in a rented villa outside Rome, working through detailed storyboards for each set piece before committing dialogue to the page. Marcus Daly's fatal scalding of the killer with the boiling water at the climax, the impalement of the Professor Giordani's teeth, and the
That was
coroner.
weird.
Yeah, that was weird. And the drowning of Helga Ullman against jagged window glass, all derived from this design principle. The mundane domestic origin of each injury source, a bathtub, a fireplace, a window pane, grounds the violence in objects familiar from everyday life rather than exotic weaponry. And they kept it simple with the meat cleaver, you know. Yeah, a couple of scenes in here we were talking about earlier sort of got like a Halloween vibe to them.
They do, especially the scalding the girl in the hot water.
Yeah,
That's definitely Halloween 2 all the way. I think I told you before the show Carpenter, and you're correct that Carpenter did not direct Halloween 2, but
yeah,
it feels like Carpenter got some inspiration from this movie for the whole Halloween 1 and what he wrote into 2, to me at least.
yeah. And there was a knitting needle scene too.
You're right.
So that was. Well, Carpenter's always said he's a big fan of him, so of Argento. So
Yeah, I'm
oh,
not ripped anything off. I could see where he might have been inspired by some of this.
oh yeah, exactly. All right. The role of Carlo's male transvestite lover, Massimo Ricci, was actually played by actress Geraldine Hooper. Character appears briefly in a scene where Marcus Daly visits Carlo's apartment and encounters Ricci in drag, providing a misdirection device and the narrative structure that ultimately leads to the revelation of Carlos's psychological dependence on his mother. The casting choice allowed the production to control the physical resemblance between Ricci and the other characters while maintaining the ambiguity of the character's presentation. The actress received no screen credit for the role in the original Italian release prints, though later home video editions and retrospective materials have identified her participation. The scene functions as one of the several red herrings in the script, momentarily suggesting Carlo himself might be the killer before the final revelation shifts culpability to his mother, Martha. So I I thought it was the transvestite for a while.
I had no clue. I had no clue, honestly.
Of who the murderer was.
No.
Gotcha. After the international success of Dario Argento's next film, Suspiria, in 1977, Profondo Rosso was released in Japan under the title Suspiria 2. Even though it has no plot connections to Suspiria and was made 2 years prior. The distributor capitalized on the later film's box office performance in Japan by retroactively branding the earlier Giallo as a sequel despite the absence of any narrative, character, or thematic connection between the two productions. The marketing tactic was not uncommon for the era, as distributors frequently rebranded unrelated horror films to align with the box office success of a director's more recent hit. According to Argento, the Deep Red script was more than 500 pages long.
I can see that because this is a long ass movie.
When his father Salvatore Argento and his brother Claudio Argento read the script, they were shocked at its length. They were afraid the audience wouldn't understand what Dario's intentions were. They thought parts of it were almost too cryptic. So Dario shortened it up to 321 pages. Wow. So it probably would have been a 4-hour, almost 5-hour long movie if it would have.
A Kevin Costner movie.
Yeah, no shit. Let's see here. David Hemmings and Dario Nicolodi rehearsed the arm wrestling scene over 70 times prior to filming. The high volume of repetition frustrated Argento, who generally prefers fewer rehearsals to preserve the immediate energy of the performance. Yeah, he's more of a one shot and done guy too. The actors conducted these sessions to perfect the physical timing and humorous interplay required for the scene set within the interior of Gianna's car. Their efforts resulted in several improvisational flourishes that the director ultimately kept in the final edit, providing the character-driven counterpoint to the film's graphic horror element. I thought that. Why did they even do that? And that why was that scene even in there?
I thought this. I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to be totally mean. I'm like, I didn't even understand why that was there, or what it had to do with anything.
I don't know.
It
That was a wasted 10
nonsense,
minutes.
nonsensical bread. I'm telling you,
Uh,
it's not gonna be the first time I use that word.
that's funny. Daria Nicolodi portrays journalist Gianna Brezzi in her first collaboration with her longtime partner, Dario Argento. Oh, so is that Azia's mom then?
I was about to ask that. I figured you'd know more than I would.
Because she was born in '76, and this came, so she must have been pregnant then, maybe with her when she was filming this. Let me get into this more. Maybe it'll say. The two met during the casting process for the film, beginning a professional and personal partnership that lasted through the late 1980s. She subsequently held roles in the director's next 5 features, including Inferno, Tenebrae, Phenomena, and Opera, while she only appears in an uncredited cameo in Suspiria. She co-wrote the screenplay for that film using occult stories from her family history. The collaboration between the two continued until their relationship ended following the completion of Opera.
That's interesting.
So that probably is Azia's mom then.
Maybe.
I have to look up Azia and see if that is how it tells you the parents.
Yeah.
The film was originally titled La Tigre di Dente Asciabola, the saber-toothed tiger, following the naming pattern of Argento's previous thrillers. However, much to Argento's annoyance, other directors had started using similar animal-related titles for their own genre films. So he decided to go a different direction. The director's earlier Giallo trilogy consisted of The Bird with the Crystal Plumage, The Cat o' Nine Tails, and The Four Flies on Gray Velvet, collectively known as the Animal Trilogy. Well, I didn't know that.
I knew that, but I never understood why.
Italian genre filmmakers imitated the pattern throughout the early 70s, producing works such as The Black Belly of the Tarantula, The Case of the Bloody Iris, and Don't Torture a Duckling. The eventual choice of Profondo Rosso shifted the emphasis from fauna to color and atmosphere, foreshadowing the director's subsequent move toward supernatural horror with Suspiria. So he basically got his foot in the ground that way for Suspiria with this film. Let's see here. That's too fucking long.
Yeah, we don't need it. The movie's long.
Yeah, it is. Even though the story is set in Rome, most of the outdoor scenes came from location shooting in Turin. Piazza CLN in central Turin served as the setting for the purpose-built Blue Bar set in the murder of psychic Helga Ullman, when the square's twin fountain statues visible in several shots. The Villa Scott in the hillside Borgo Crimea district portrayed the abandoned house of the screaming child that Marcus Daly investigates. That's an actual story, I guess, from Italy. Ghost story.
Yeah.
Additional turn locations include Galleria San Federico and the streets in the historic center, while a smaller number of exteriors came from Rome and Perugia. Geometric architecture and the Baroque atmosphere and return there for portions of. I ain't even gonna fucking attempt to say that word.
I think that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough. It's yeah. I don't want to pronounce no more Italian.
Okay.
So, guess that's all we got for trivia then, Carl.
Yeah, I think I already brought up my little notes about the kills being similar to some of the Halloween stuff, and that's
Yep.
all I got.
Okay. Well, who's going first?
I'll go first.
All right.
Like I said, never seen this thing. Brett wanted to do an Argento movie, and I was like, this or Cat o' Nine Tails, which I've never seen either. And this one seemed like it might be more horror bloody than the other movie, so we picked it. As soon as I put it on, I was like, this looks like it's going to be interesting with the psychic in the beginning, and and then it just sort of started dragging from there for me. I've texted Brett this about 5 times, and I've mentioned it once. This is one of the most nonsensical movies I've ever seen. I had no idea what the hell was going on, or why, for that matter. I don't know why this killer was killing people, or what was going on. Nonsensical, man. The Goblin soundtrack is way too intense. And honestly, I don't care who the killer was or why or anything about it. I love Argento, but this is not the movie for me. I think I'd give Tenebrae a little bit of crap every now and then, but that looks like a award-winning movie compared to this one. And this has got good reviews on IMDb and
Yeah,
Rotten
it's like
Tomatoes.
almost like an 8 something, I think.
Yeah, well, I'm not giving it any high because I just found it to be a boring, long, drawn out movie that was nonsensical and no point to it whatsoever. But it had some really good kills in it, pretty good effects. Like you said, when that guy got his mouth bashed in and the teeth, that was brutal. So that might be its saving grace, is the kills in it. It did have the Argento atmosphere, but honestly, I got to give this movie. I'm going to give it a 2. Just
Okay.
not a fan of it. I just not a movie that I'll ever watch again. So just wasn't for me. Now, freaking Suspiria came next. Absolute great. But I think Argento moved into a different element after Suspiria. And so I think this was just, right before his big thing. So I just can't give this any better. I didn't care for it, man. Sorry, Argento, wherever you're at.
It's in Italy. So you're giving it a 2, huh?
Yeah, I don't want Argento to get mad at me. Plus, Agia's not in it, so
Yeah, like I said, she wasn't even a thought yet, maybe.
you want me to look that up while you do your part?
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Do that. I didn't know what I was getting into going into this movie.
But I did say maybe we shouldn't do this, Brett. Remember?
Yeah, I said, we're doing it. It's Argento. How bad can it be?
Right?
Right. So, never seen this before. Didn't know what I was getting into. Right off the bat, though, it's brutal. The first opening scene, somebody getting stabbed in front of the Christmas tree and a little kid. So, good blood in this movie, though, for sure. Really good blood. It was was that same Italian blood color, but it was more thicker and viscous, I guess you would say. They did a good job on the blood. It actually dripped. Most of Argento's films, the blood don't drip. But great kills. Uh, like I said, this cinematographer did a great job with the the use of the shadowing and all that. Uh, I give that 5 stars right there. Like I said, I think that's the same guy who did Suspiria too. So, uh, I don't know, man. I want to like this movie, but I just can't.
No, I can't either, man. I can't like this movie.
I don't know if it's because I've seen all the other ones after this and not ever seeing this. Maybe if I would have seen it
Seen this first and then
30 years or 30 40 years ago, if I would have seen this back then, maybe I would have liked it more or at least appreciated it more. It's very artsy, I think. uh, Acting was pretty good. Can't complain about that. uh, I'm gonna go halfway with it, just being nice. I wasn't a big fan of the Goblin soundtrack either. Really, you could tell it was them, but it wasn't their usual.
Well, again, it was early.
Yeah,
They weren't even Goblin yet.
Yeah, they weren't even Goblin yet because they actually got heavier as they went along. So I'm gonna go halfway and give it a 2.5. This is best I can do.
So this week, neither one of us are very happy about the movie. That's sort of unusual.
Yeah, it is. I don't think we've ever both disagreed on a movie before.
Daria Nicoletti is the mother of Agia, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Confirmed.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
So I guess that's all we got for Deep Red, everybody. Not too long of an episode, but like we didn't have no Blu-ray to go off of or anything like that. So
yeah, make it a short one this week, and we'll see what happens next week.
My pick next week.
Thank God, because boy, I didn't pick very good.
I'm gonna pick something really fucking stupid.
Pick Bunny Man Part 2.
Bunny Man 2? Okay.
No. Let's stay out of the 70s for a minute, maybe next week.
Yeah.
We've done so many 70s movies this year.
Need to start getting some of these off the list.
We never do anything much off the list. We just come up with new shit.
I think I got an idea of what I'm gonna pick.
Oh God.
You probably won't be happy with it either.
As of this week, we get 3 boycotts a year, or not boycotts, but strikes.
3
That's
strikes.
the new rule.
Oh shit!
So we can get 3 strikes every year now, every season since we just started the season. So I just made a new rule. So 3 strikes. If there's something you really don't want, you can strike it.
Okay.
And when we strike it forever.
We each get 3 strikes?
Yes.
Okay.
And once it's struck forever. Until
Once
the next
season. All
I'm
right.
gonna put an X on it on the list and say struck until next season.
All right. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for watching and listening. We hope you like this episode.
I didn't.
If you're an Argento fan, I would say watch it for sure, just to see what it's about. It's not that bad, but I guess I was just expecting something different. So
I was definitely.
But anyway, we will check us out on all the social medias. And what else? Oh, thanks to Yo Stream again. I'm gonna start putting a little commercial at the beginning of the episode too for them. So get a good deal off of them, man. So 15% off.
Yeah, if you do this stuff and you need software, use them. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
And they
So
keep
that's why.
upgrading stuff and making it better all the time. So, like if you use OBS, you can link your OBS with it and all that, and it's very cool. So, all right, everybody, we will talk to you next week, and stay evil, everybody.
I can feel death in this room.